Hey everybody, this is Scott Hudspeth with Agent Mastermind and Growth, Freedom, and Coolness. I'm honored to be a part of your lives today, and I have an awesome class with you. My dear friend, Chris Johnstone, is a Google expert, and the reason I say that is he's been doing this for about 10 years, and he started back when the pay-per-click was just off the hook amazing, and today he's going to cover throughout his presentation the 5 myths about online marketing that are holding most professionals back and how to conquer them to get more volume. He's also going to cover 5 simple steps to immediately get better results from your website and online marketing, and a brand new keyword strategy that we've discovered, or he's discovered, that is generating quality phone calls and closed deals. Chris Johnstone, welcome to the call, man. Dude, I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you're busy, and just so everybody knows on this call, Chris Johnstone is a dear friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time now, and got to hang out together, and you're just a wealth of knowledge, and I sincerely appreciate you bringing all this information to this class.
Oh man, Scotty, thank you for having me. I'm happy to share, and just hopefully we're able to provide a lot of value today, because there's a lot of things going on in the online world where people are being miseducated, and I think that today is a great opportunity to just kind of straighten some things out and give people just a really clear plan on how to go out and get results in hopefully a pretty simple way. So again,
awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I heard at the end of the call you have a really cool offer for everybody that's at no cost. I'm not going to spoil the goods, but guys, if you hang around to the end of the call, you're going to really appreciate what Chris is bringing to Agent Mastermind, for Agent Mastermind, for you at the end of this call. So you're going to want to jump on this like nobody's business. So I don't know how many he has, or if he's opening it up to everybody, or if it's just a select number, but I really appreciate you doing what you do, man.
Oh, hey, and again, I'm happy to be here, and let's get right into it, if that's okay with you.
Do it, man. Do it, yes, please.
Okay. Great. So I call this the front page breakthrough, and just to give you a 30,000-foot view of what we're going to be going through here today, we're talking about Google and the search engine specifically, and how to leverage a front page ranking in today's marketplace and leverage that into real calls and real customers, and going through some of the changes that have happened very recently that have opened this up into kind of more of an opportunity for us in the local business space. As real estate professionals and mortgage professionals. So basically, this is high-quality deals on autopilot without pay-per-click. So once you get an organic ranking on the front page of the search engines and you put the work in, there's a little bit of work that has to go in monthly just to maintain your website and maintain a little bit of content, which I'm going to walk you through here. But once you have this system up and running, there's not a whole lot of push or effort that has to happen on a monthly basis in order for the phone to ring. Once you get on the front page of the search engines and you work this social proof angle that we're going to talk about, and you become one of the top rated professionals on the front page, those calls just kind of come in without you having to do that ongoing work, which is a fantastic business builder, and we're seeing some excellent growth once we achieve the front page ranking. This is very much a front-loaded strategy where all of the work is done basically in a large chunk up front, and then on a little bit of an ongoing basis at the back end. And again, I'll show you all this stuff. And again, my name's Chris Johnstone. I'm not going to go into the whole bio or whatever about myself. I'm just going to provide you as much valuable content as I possibly can. You can judge me on my content, not my weird-looking picture up there, or any of the stuff that I talk about. So we'll skip over this, but just wanted to let you know I have been in the mortgage business, specifically helping loan officers and real estate professionals for over 10 years now. Been toured around North America on a bunch of speaking circuits. But it's not about me, it's about you. And again, I'll let you judge my credentials based on the information that I bring you here today. So in referencing the fact that I've been at this for a very long time, when we first started generating online real estate deals and mortgage loans, we were using pay-per-click, and I originally got started, we were back like 2005, 2006, really, picking away at the very, very early versions of Google. And we ran pay-per-click marketing systems very successfully, again, across North America, right up until roughly October 2010. And at that point, Google made a massive change to the way that their search engine works. And again, we're going to go through this really quickly to get to the meat of today's content, but it's important to understand where we're coming from so that you can plan for the marketplace that we're in today to be able to leverage that into, growth, obviously, in your organization. So way back in 2010, Google came out and said, hey, look, research shows that 97% of people conduct research online before buying locally. And that's very much skewed into the mortgage and real estate business because it's such a large purchase that people are making. They go online to do their research. Now, Google's looking at those statistics and saying, wait a minute, our search engine doesn't help local businesses connect with local customers that are doing searches. So back before 2010, when somebody did a Google search for who's the best real estate agent or what are the online loan rates today, Google would look at all of the websites that existed online and that one website that was the big conglomerate that had done the most SEO, they would rank regardless of where that person did the search. So Google said, okay, we're going to change the way that our search algorithm works, and we're going to start showing local businesses to local people that are searching for buyer-related key phrases. So when somebody goes to Google and types in something so that we know that they're looking to buy something, we're going to put that person in touch with a business owner. So they started tracking everybody's location. So in today's world, when you sit down in front of a computer or you do a search on your mobile phone, and over 50% of traffic in today's economy is coming from mobile phones, Google first looks at the location that you're searching from and then changes the results that come back in your specific Google search based on what you're looking for and where you're located. Now, it's gotten even more advanced since that update. So obviously this change happened last year where this was the update that came out from Search Engine Land. It said Google shook the local SEO world with an update that dramatically changed the way that they handle and interpret location cues. And what that is saying is, again, Google was looking at the way that their search engine worked and said, okay, when somebody really wants to buy something in the local marketplace, we want to put them in touch with a local business, a local professional in a local marketplace, not the local, big box store. And that's what had happened. In the local world, all of these, again, large conglomerates had figured out how to influence that local search engine ranking, and a lot of the big national organizations in the real estate and mortgage community were getting a lot of the traffic. And Google said, wait a minute, that's not what our original intention was. We want to give this business to local customers. So again, they changed the way that their search engine works, and they started rerouting all of the traffic away from these national run campaigns that had local locations and move that traffic into local small businesses. And again, on Search Engine Land, they did a study, and you could see all of the search engine rankings for all of these, large corporations moving to local businesses. And we saw that with our SEO clients. We started seeing spikes in the number of phone calls that we were getting, in the number of website visits that we were getting, because Google had basically turned the faucet. They hadn't changed the number of people that were doing the searches. They were just changing who they were putting that traffic to, and it made a significant impact. This is one of our clients, 24 phone calls in less than 30 days, and this is a loan officer specifically getting those calls. We all know how valuable those can be when you're closing a decent percentage of those calls into actual business. Now, moving to today, to give you the information as to where we sit right now and how you can start to implement the training that I'm about to walk you through, it's that Google has stepped away from algorithm-based searches. So it's still an algorithm, but it has become so advanced that they're now officially calling it artificial intelligence. So when you type a search query into Google, they have what they consider to be a brain that looks at the search phrase and really goes in depth into, okay, what is the person that's doing this search thinking? What is their problem? How can we best solve this person's problem by showing a search result on Google. So when you type something into Google today, it's not just querying a database and showing you a bunch of websites. It's an actual system that's trying to solve problems for you. And you see that in, the general world. People just ask their questions to Google, and Google is coming back with the answers. And this artificial intelligence is really cool because every niche essentially gets a different brain. So, and again, I don't want to get too technical and get too far into the techie details because I want to focus more on the workshop portion. But if you look at this article from TechCrunch, it says within Google there are a number of core algorithms that exist, and it's RankBrain's job to learn what mixture of these core algorithms is best applied to each type of search. So RankBrain is the artificial intelligence that is running the old algorithms that Google used to use. And when somebody searches for real estate, or they search for a loan officer, or they're searching for a mortgage professional, Google's brain looks at it and says, okay, this person is specifically looking for real estate, so we're going to start trying to solve this person's real estate problem or mortgage problem. And there's a specific algorithm written for just our traffic and just our niche. Now, it's really cool because you can actually just go onto Google and start playing around with it and see how this brain kind of thinks. So when you go out, and I did a search here for Toronto condos for sale, so I'm based in Canada, even though a large portion of our customer base, we help a lot of people in the US. We're based here in Canada. So in order for me to be able to look at how the local algorithm is searching, I need to search for where my IP address is. So when I do a search for Toronto condos for sale, you see that up on the left-hand side. Google essentially breaks the page down into 3 different sections. At the top in the red, you've got the advertisements. Google, again, in an update, took all the ads off the right-hand sidebar. So when you do a Google search on your desktop computer, there's no more ads down the right-hand side. It's just that you have the ability to have 4 advertisers at the top, and that's it. Now, this RankBrain has looked at my search, Toronto condos for sale, and said, hey, this person's probably looking to buy a condo. A local real estate professional in this marketplace is needed to help that person get what they want. So we're going to show a map that has 3 realtors from this specific marketplace showing up at the top of the search. And that local search shows up above the organic search because of the search phrase that I've put at the top. Then underneath that are the organic search results, which are the regular local websites that Google is showing for that query. So now if we look at Toronto home prices, exact same computer, exact same browser, exact same search session, but completely different results. Because home prices denotes that I'm either doing research or I'm a different kind of buyer. I'm not specifically looking to buy a condo, I'm now doing more open research about the marketplace. So Google says, okay, this person's probably not yet ready to deal with a professional. Let's start showing them news-based results and information. So you can see at the top there's only 1 advertisement, which is telling because the advertisers that are spending a lot of money are going to turn off keywords that aren't generating actual transactions, right? So this search phrase pulls back a lot of news. If you look at the search results that are showing up, you've got the Star, which is a newspaper, Huffington Post, the Globe and Mail, Treb Home, Business News Network. It's all news-related searches that the brain has come back with to say, okay, this person wants information, let's give them a lot of news. Now, if, again, you take this, and I apologize, Scotty, I got to pop out of there just a second because I got the control panel covering the side of that slide. But when you look on the right-hand side, when I search for best realtor in Toronto, the map shows back up, and you can also see the map results have changed. And now the businesses that have gone out and put a concerted effort into getting ratings, reviews, and testimonials are showing up in that 3-pack ranking. So David Fleming and the other team down at the bottom that has 41 ratings and reviews, they're the ones that are getting featured at the top. Now, you all have different areas of the marketplace where you're focusing. You've got different keywords that are going to be what I call the money keywords for you. But I would put to you that somebody looking for the best realtor in city name wants to work with a realtor right now, and they're using Google to be able to make the decision on who they're going to give their business to and who is going to get the commission. So the number one myth that I'd like to dispel is that you need a ton of traffic in order to be successful with online marketing. And in today's marketplace, that's completely untrue, simply because Google is now smart enough to cherry pick out the deals that are going to be quality for you. You just need to go out and know who you want to attract and market just to them. Create content just for them. Build your backlinks so that you show up just to them. It's not about creating this massive influx of leads from the internet. It's about getting rid of as many of the looky-loos as possible and focusing in only on the people that are most likely to process a transaction with you in the next 90 to 120 days. And Google has gotten really, really good at bringing that person to our doorstep so that you have the opportunity to get in front of them and help to convert them. Now, when you show up on the front page using what I'm going to give you here during the workshop portion, you also want to be the top rated option. So you want to combine your strategy so that not only are you showing up on the front page, but you're showing up with the most amount of ratings, reviews, and testimonials, because that's what makes the phone ring. So again, these are screenshots of active clients and customers of ours. So I did these screenshots last week just before we went away on vacation and then came back. So on the right-hand side, you see Burlington Mortgage Broker. You can see our client, James Lowen. He's got, in this screenshot, 156 ratings and reviews. He's got more than that in today's marketplace. We've got another one, Silicon Valley Mortgage Broker. Again, very competitive marketplace in the lending community. Our client in the #2 spot showing up on that map. On the right-hand side, Mortgage Broker Brooklyn. And again, Yale, our client, has the most ratings and reviews out of all the people in that particular marketplace. And if you look at Silicon Valley, Brooklyn, and Burlington, those are all intensely competitive marketplaces. But because we're ahead of the curve, and we're focusing in on just the traffic that we want, we're able to get those rankings and drive that traffic into that business, which is pretty cool. Again, I'm going to skip over these really quick. These are testimonials from clients. And the only reason that I put these in here isn't to brag about the results that we're getting. I'm trying to dispel the second myth, and that's that online leads are low quality. And again, you know, tied to the first myth, as long as you can make sure that your traffic is quality, it converts. And you don't have to go through wasting a lot of your time on unqualified leads when you're driving the right traffic. So Jason here, skip to the bottom, my ROI is running at 358% year to date. This is from James, whose ranking you just saw for Burlington Mortgage Broker. Last year, we increased our business by 48% more mortgage deals as a result of our SEO, pay-per-click, and online marketing with Chris and Connection Incorporated. And then Jen, in just the past 2 weeks, he's brought our company $50,000 from Google advertising, and that's organic when she says that. So thrilled. And again, I'm just showing that to you so that you understand the opportunity, because we're going to get into some technical stuff, and you're probably going to hit a point where the technical information gets overwhelming. And I want you to know that that's okay. You don't fully have to understand exactly everything that needs to be done. Again, you're getting the slides from the presentation. We've got full Q&A, and you know, for Scotty and the guys at Agent Mastermind, I always make myself available to answer questions and to help people through the process. So even though you might not understand it 100%, it's just important to get through the steps so that you can get the end result, because it can generate a result for you. That's why I'm showing you the testimonials. So now let's get into the workshop portion. This is specifically what you're getting today. First, I'm going to show you how to ensure your website is set up to rank in the new artificial intelligence search world. I'm going to show you how to optimize your online presence to show up in front of new quality customers. And then I'm going to show you how to ensure you're the top ranked option on the front page. So step number 1 is fixing your website. And this leads to myth number 3. And that is pretty much everybody that we start at the beginning of the SEO process at some point during the intake call says, listen, I don't know how to get my website to convert. I don't have control over it. Either corporate runs it, or I set up a WordPress blog and I paid a developer that I'm either still working with or I'm not working with, but I don't know what to put on my website in order to get it to convert. And the myth is that your website has to be this like whiz-bang, amazing piece of content in order for you to get results. And the actual truth of the matter is that as long as you're conveyed professionally, you've got reviews on your site, and your phone number and your contact information are prominently displayed right at the beginning and on the mobile version, you have enough to convert. Because when you put your ratings and reviews on the front page of Google and all the other engines that are out there, people are pre-sold by the time they get to your website. And in many cases, when you've got that 3-pack ranking, people will call you without ever actually visiting your website. You're just using your website to be able to push yourself to the front page. Most of the conversion is done through the reviews and not, the whiz-bang graphics design that's done on your website. So graphics design has very little to do with how many leads you actually get. It's all about your ranking and the reviews that you get. So in fixing your website, what I'm going to walk you through is a website overhaul. And Scotty mentioned at the beginning, I'll give it away now. We're offering one of these website overhauls and a 30-minute consultation with everybody that's on the call here today. I'll give you the link at the end of the webinar where we'll generate one of these reports for you. We'll analyze your website and take you through all of this stuff individually for you. But I'm going to show you what's in the report so that you can make sure it's good value for you. And for those of you that are more technical on the call, you can just take exactly what we're going to walk through and implement it on your business. So the first thing that you need to audit is essentially your website hosting and then your domain. So basically, Google is looking for your website to load in less than 2 seconds. So if you go to Google and type in website speed analysis, it'll take you to a website called pingdom.com, Pingdom.com, and you can just punch your website in there, and it will analyze your website and tell you how long it took for your website to load. It needs to be less than 2 seconds. If it doesn't load in 2 seconds, there are things that you can do to minimize the size of your website so it loads quicker. And there's also some things that you can send to your hosting company to get them to put you on a faster server or to pay for access to a server that's faster so that you can get that load time less than 2 seconds. But that's the first thing that you need to analyze because it's one of the first things that Google looks at, and it's something that definitely affects your ranking. So you want to make sure that that is loading okay. And again, in the audit,
hey Chris,
we'll
what was that? What was that website again?
Pingdom.com, Pingdom.com, and you can just Google, website speed test.
Okay. Website speed
and they
test.
all,
thank you.
And they all work really well. So the next thing that you need to look at is the main page of your website. And you need to have one singular focus for what you want your website to rank for. And the main page of your website should be entirely focused on the main keyword that you want to rank for. So my suggestion for most of you here on the call is to be area name real estate or area name lending if you're on the mortgage side of things. So Google has these word clouds that they associate with your website. And when you focus your main page on that main keyword, it will automatically associate you with all of the other high-level, high-value keywords in your marketplace. But you want to make sure that you've got a singular focus. That's one of the big problems that I run into when we onboard a client. I'll say, okay, you built your website. What did you want to rank for when you built it? And they say, I don't know. I just built a website. I didn't take keyword analysis into the process when I was building your website, which, and again, this isn't to make anybody feel bad or anything, but that's going about the process backwards. The first thing that you need to do is identify the key phrases that are going to drive the profitable traffic for you, and then you build the website focused on the keyword, not build the website and then go after the keywords after that. I mean, obviously, this website audit is going to help you, repoint the boat in the right direction and show you how to do that. But again, that's one of the main problems that we run into. So the main page of a website is supposed to be focused on the main keyword that you've got. And there are essentially 3 different ways to tell Google that you are focusing on that particular key phrase on your site. The first is the title tag. And the title tag isn't in the graphics design of your website. It's written into the code on the back end. So you don't see it when you're viewing the website, but when the Google search engine looks at your site, it picks up that title tag as a descriptor of you telling Google, here's what my site is about. In many cases, we'll go to a website, it'll be blank. So that's like opening up a conversation with Google, and the very first thing you say to it is, Google says, hey, what are you all about? And you go, it's really hard for Google to rank a website when it's not getting any communication from that site about what it's about. That's what the title tag does. Description tags, again, that's a piece of code that goes onto the site where you tell Google exactly what you want to rank for. The image analysis, every image on your website should have a little bit of code attached to it on the back end that includes the keywords that you want to rank for on your site. And then obviously content, what you actually write on that front page should have the main keyword in it at least 3 to 4 times throughout the content on the main page of the website. For those of you that want to see the technical side of things, this is what the code of your website looks like. That's what a title tag looks like with the first arrow up there at the top, and then the meta tag is the second one there with the red arrow to it. And you just want to make sure that your main keyword and your brand and your name are written into those title and meta tags on the front page of your site. Now, there's a plugin out there. It's called Yoast. If you're running a WordPress site, it will take the most prevalent tags that need to be put on your website and tell you where to put them and help you fill them out with kind of a WYSIWYG editor. It just makes it super easy to implement what I'm showing you on your site. So if you have a WordPress website, I highly recommend the plugin Yoast. It does a great job for you. Now, that is the main page of your website. And what that will do is cue to Google where you want to rank and what key phrases you want to rank on. So that main page gets optimized for one keyword. Then you've really got to get into content planning. So content planning is all about the rest of your website and the rest of the keywords that you want to rank for. So every single page on your website gets optimized for one specific keyword. And the meta tag, the title tag, the image tags, and the content all point to that one specific key phrase that you want to work for. And again, in this report, we give you an analysis of your copy and your code, showing you each of the things that are broken and how to fix them so that you don't get these penalties on Google and that you're getting essentially the best information sent to Google so that you can climb through the rankings the fastest. So again, every keyword you want to rank for needs one page or article on your website. So let me show you how this works. So if you're looking for really high quality traffic and customers, you want to focus on buyer-based key phrases like best realtor in your city name or your area name that you're looking to rank, or area name homes for sale, and driving them not to the main page of your website, but specifically to a page designed for buyers, because that's a buyer-related key phrase, and you want those people to get the right information when they land on your site. Same thing, area name home prices. Chances are very good when somebody Googles that, they are looking to find out or establish what their home might be worth in today's marketplace. So you build a page that is specific to sellers with content for sellers with an offer for sellers on that particular page. Then you've got the broad phrases that are going to pull in people because they see your reviews as the top-rated professional in your marketplace. Those are people looking for area name realtor or area name real estate expert. And again, you can go long tail on these key phrases. I just wanted to give you a starting point where these are kind of like the 5 high-value phrases that you can start doing your research with to really identify the greatest opportunities for you. Now, what I wanted to do is also show you this at work, because it's a lot easier to conceptualize when you see how the process works rather than just saying, hey, put a page on your website with content on it. So this particular client was looking to do construction mortgages. So when we did the intake call, we said, okay, we need to create a piece of content on the website that is specific to construction mortgages in your city, put that content on the site, and then build links that go specifically to that content to get you ranked. So here we are after the process, the end result. When somebody types in construction mortgage in their area name or a bunch of different variations of construction mortgage key phrases, he comes up in the #1 position. And when people click on that link, Google has indexed the page on his site that is specifically about construction mortgages. And in the real estate business, this is specific to the neighborhoods that you want to rank in, or the specific style of real estate that you sell, or the specific type of buyer or seller that you're looking to attract to your website. Again, when you go through the keyword research that I'll show you how to do here, this brainstorming exercise really opens you up to how much opportunity there is out there. We had another client that was looking just for reverse mortgage leads. And again, these can be, specific loan types that you rank your real estate website on so that you're the realtor that comes to them for that specific program. So in order to get ranked for reverse mortgages, we took their website, put on a page that was just written for reverse mortgages, and optimized that specific page and used that to rank. And again, the reason why this works so well is because we're feeding very, very specific information into that rank brain. And when it looks at all of the other competitors in the marketplace, they say, okay, nobody else is giving us exactly the information to solve this person's problem except for this website. So this is the website that we're going to feature as the answer to this search query, if that makes sense. The other thing that I want to make very clear before we move forward is that a page on your website and a blog post on your website are essentially the same thing. You don't have to have a blog, even though I recommend it, but if you just create a page on your site, index that content, send it to Google, or you have a blog and you make a blog post and that's where you put the content, the end result is the exact same. It's just two different phrases essentially for putting content on your website, right? And the way that I recommend doing this when you're launching out is to choose 5 products or 5 keywords at the very beginning, focus on those 5 and then expand from there. So all you really need to do is a quick little brainstorming exercise that say, okay, what are your top 5 products, or what are your top 5 keywords? So in the mortgage space, it's mortgage lender, loan officer, best loan officer, area name loan officer, or mortgage broker. In the real estate space, it's best realtor and area name homes for sale, area name home prices, area name realtor, and area name real estate expert. You want to create 5 different pages on your site that focus on those 5 specific key phrases so that you can rank whenever people are typing those search phrases in your local marketplace. Now, when creating your content, and again, this is more the workshop side of things, it's actually a reasonably easy process. And I'll give you my internal process. What I do is I take these things. I take the topic, the 3 main questions that I get asked about that topic all of the time. Then I add 1 question that they should ask that they probably don't know that they should ask, and then a call to action. And I keep, and I know this is super old school for the guy that's supposed to be the techie guy, but I keep a piece of paper in my wallet because I know that I always have my wallet with me. I've had problems with my phone syncing my notes. I honestly keep a piece of paper in my wallet. And when I have downtime, either between appointments or if I have to be on the go during the week to go somewhere, I'll pull out a topic and I will open up an email on my phone, press the voice dictation, and I will answer the 3 main questions on that topic, add in 1 question they should ask and a call to action at the bottom, and then I just email that content to myself. So technically, I email that content to our content director, and then they take it and repurpose it on all our sites. But if you don't have a content director, which I'm assuming that you don't because you're a real estate professional or a mortgage professional, you would just email it to yourself. And then when you're sitting down in front of a desktop and you've got 5 minutes, you just put it on the website, hit publish, and away you go with it. But that's how I create my content, and it's a very easy way to create a large amount of very high-quality content in a very short period of time. So if you just take those 4 things, print them out, carry them around with you along with the topics that you need to create content for, creating your web content actually becomes fun. Some best practices for you. You want to be 600 to 1,000 words. 1,500 words is kind of the maximum that we're seeing that you really need to produce to get results. Make sure you use the main keyword that you want to rank in the title of the actual article or content itself, and then use the main keyword naturally within your content at least 3 to 4 times so that Google can pick up the main keyword in a number of different spots on the page. And then consistency is key. So Google is looking for experts. They are looking for industry leaders that are going to partner with them to create answers for the people that are using Google to search. So if you just create a large volume of content all at once, publish it all on the site, and then you don't go back and refresh your content, you'll have a rainbow of rankings, which is what you don't want. And what you will do is, very quickly peak into the rankings and then very quickly peak out. And then it's just as much effort, if not more effort, to climb yourself back in. What you want to do is publish your content at least on a monthly basis. I recommend bi-weekly. I realize it's hard to create that much content, but if you can create bi-weekly content and just drip that into the search engine consistently over time, you will get a much higher ranking for a longer period of time, and it will be much more profitable for you. Now, another thing that you want to make sure that you have on your website is social media. Very simple. Make sure you've got a LinkedIn profile, Facebook profile, Google Plus profile. I mean, you've been on the Agent Mastermind webinars. You're all social media experts at this point. So just make sure that the links to the profiles that you have are on your website. Google can find them. You need a mobile website. This is just a must-have. In the report, we'll tell you whether or not you pass Google's mobile test, and I'll give you the link to go out and do this on your own, but it's very important to have a mobile website because, well, for starters, Google has a search algorithm that only works on mobile. So February 26, 2015, Google announced we're expanding our use of mobile friendliness as a ranking signal. This will affect mobile searches in all languages worldwide and will have a significant impact in our search results. So on the desktop, if you don't have a mobile version of your website, your desktop ranking is hindered because you're not on mobile. On mobile, you just won't show up. And the reason why that's important is there are now more searches that are happening on mobile phones than there are on desktop computers and tablets. So being available to mobile searches is incredibly important. And those 3-pack rankings that I showed you at the beginning, those show up at the very top of the mobile search results. It's very important for you. So you can go to Google, type in mobile website tool, punch your website into the mobile friendly test that they have, and they'll either give you this green button that says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. If you get that, you are showing up in the mobile search results and you're not getting a penalty that is hindering your. If you get this nasty red message that says not mobile friendly, it means you've got problems and you've got to get on your mobile website right away, because in today's marketplace, you just can't rank without it. Then we get into link building. Think of link building like a popularity contest. And Google looks at the number of websites that link to your site as an indicator of the quality of information that you produce and the quality of the business professional that you are. If you are an industry leader, you will naturally get websites in your local marketplace that will link back to you. So when Google is trying to establish who is the local expert in this marketplace, who should we show on the front page, the number of links that point to your website is a very important factor in who's going to show up on the front page. So you have to go out and get links. So this shows an analysis of link building to a website. Now, it's very important to understand that monthly off-site optimization and content is more important than your website structure. So after you go through and overhaul your website and fix your meta tags and your H1 tags and all of the stuff that we discussed, that's kind of a one-time fix. And that's you just pointing up your foundation to make sure that you get a really strong foundation. To move you onto the front page and keep you there consistently, it is about content and link building that is going to drive you there. So there was a really interesting study done by SEO Moz, which again is a very trusted SEO authority blog. And they went out and surveyed 72 of the top SEO companies in the space and asked them what were the most important things in Google's ranking algorithm. 23% of them came back and said trust/authority of the host domain. And that comes back specifically to the content that you produce and the number of high quality links that you have pointing back to your website. It's the total quality score that Google gives you. Then the second thing, link popularity of the specific page. So those are the individual pages that we talked about where you're creating specific content for specific key phrases, right? So the two top ranking factors really don't have anything to do with the graphics design or how your website is actually structured. So by focusing on local searches that have purchase intent, you get access to the most profitable traffic. And I realize that I'm going quickly here, but it's because I want to get through the technical stuff and get to, you know, the stuff that makes sense, that's actually going to provide an impact for you. So when you get this new person that has done a Google search for best area name realtor or area name home prices or area name real estate expert, that person, just by the very virtue of what they've typed into the search engine, we know that they want help today. They are a high quality lead that wants to speak to an expert right now. But as I'm sure many of you may have already asked in the Q&A, how do you know what key phrases are going to bring the quality traffic? Each marketplace is different. How do you know which search phrases are actually going to work? Well, there's actually a reverse engineering strategy that you can use to generate the keywords that are going to get you the best results. And I call this keyword planning. So there's a tool out there called semrush.com. It's a paid tool, but you can use it 3 or 4 times in the free trial to do your market research without actually paying for a membership to it. And what you do is you go to semrush.com, and again, you're going to get the slides, so everybody gets the slides so that you can get access to all this stuff after the event. And what you do is you type your competitor's website into this tool, and it will come back and it will show you all of the different keywords that that particular website is ranking for, and it will show you the volume of traffic that that website is getting from each of those key phrases. So when you look at your top 3 competitors in your marketplace, you can just cherry pick the key phrases that are driving the most amount of traffic for their website, focus on content just for those key phrases, and outrank your competitors very quickly, which is really cool. Now, there's another deep dive. This is more of an advanced tool, but I wanted to have it in here for more advanced users. AdWords.google.com. Go into the keyword planner. So you have to have an AdWords account in order to get access to this. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Go to AdWords.google.com. Sign up for an account. Up at the top it says Tools. Click on Tools and then Keyword Planner. Then you type in the key phrases that you saw on your competitor's website driving all that traffic, plus the key phrases that I've given you here on this webinar, and any key phrases that you've got from a brainstorming session. Punch them all into the Google Keyword Planner tool, and Google will show you the number of searches that are happening for those specific key phrases in your local marketplace. So on the left-hand side, you can see with targeting, I'm looking at just California traffic done in all languages on Google.com for San Diego homes for sale, San Diego realtor, best San Diego realtor, San Diego home prices. And it will come back and give you ideas based on your key phrases to expand your keyword list and expand your traffic. So once you've identified the key phrases that you think you're going to focus on, make sure you punch them into the keyword planner first, just to make sure that there's enough traffic happening on those key phrases in order for it to be worth it for you to rank on them, because we don't want you to put together a strategy, point your boat in a direction, and there's no fish underneath the boat, right? So then we get into another advanced level strategy. This is reverse engineer the top competitors for your top 5 keywords. So this is going to show you how to outrank your competitors once you have your key phrase list. Okay, so using that the research and the Google keyword tool, you've got the key phrases that you want to rank on. Now you go out, type those key phrases into Google, and look at who's already leading in that space. Who are your competitors that you need to bump? Then you punch those people into this research tool. So it's moz.com/research tools/OSE, which is a little bit of a mouthful. And Moz will actually show you how much optimization has been done on that website in order for them to take that ranking. And what that allows you to do is see how many links they've built to the website, what their domain authority is, what their page authority is, which are those two major ranking factors, right? And this gives you a roadmap where you can actually lay out on this chart how much page authority you have, how much domain authority you have, how many backlinks and citations and how many online reviews you have, and how many your competitors have. And you've got a roadmap for how many backlinks and citations you need to create in order to take the ranking on the front page. What I find this exercise is really good for is ongoing motivation. It's very easy to get motivated for 30 days, but very, very difficult to stay motivated for 90 or 120 days if you haven't hit that ranking yet. This chart shows you exactly how much work needs to be done in order for you to hit your goal. And I find it's a great mental tool just to keep you on track doing your SEO each week. So from there, we've reverse engineered our competition. We know exactly how much work needs to be done in order to take the key phrases that are going to get you the best results. Now you need a game plan to go out and actually take that ranking. And this is all about off-site optimization and building backlinks. Now, there are three main types of backlinks. Before I get into this, Scotty, you there, brother?
I'm there, brother. I'm just yeah. No. I love the speed and I love the content, man. It's you already got like one lady about 10, 15 minutes ago. She says she gave you a compliment. She goes, you just gave me like the whole worth this whole webinar, just some content you gave her for her website. So awesome stuff, man.
Sweet. Okay, awesome. And I realize that it's technical stuff, but again, I've got an offer for you at the end that will take care of all the technical stuff for you. Absolutely. And there's nothing for sale. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. So, again, a backlink is what Google looks at to establish you as the expert. It's kind of like high school. You know how all of the people in high school, you know, everybody's talking about the cool kids? Well, Google, in a very kind of shallow way, is looking at how many people are talking about websites online to determine who they should show on the front page. And there are local backlinks, contextual backlinks, which means they are related to the topic or the industry that they're going to rank that key phrase on, and then there's authority, and those are your Google profiles, and we'll get into this in just a second. So you need to build all three of these backlinks every month. So to build a local backlink, all you do is you go to Google and you type in your area name and business directory. And Google will spit back to you all of the local business directories that it finds as the most relevant and the most popular because it's ranking them on the front page of Google, right? So I've done a search for Guelph Business Directory, and the guelph.ca/business website comes up, which is a business directory that's free to register for. So we know when the search algorithm and RankBrain is looking at, okay, who is the local real estate expert that I want to rank on the front page? By building all of these local backlinks, you are raising your hand and showing Google that you are the local expert. Because the more of these local backlinks that you're able to build that point to your website, the more Google sees you as the local expert. So you go down the list and you sign up your business on every single local business directory. Each one takes probably 15 minutes to sign up for, and your information has to be the exact same on every single profile. So your business name, your phone number, your website, your address, your description of the business, everything has to be identical on every single business directory that you sign up in order to get the full impact of that driving back to your website and moving it up the rankings. And again, you should do this search and related searches to this every month and build new backlinks. The second thing is contextual. So remember we talked about how RankBrain looks at each individual niche and has a different algorithm for how they index in each market. So for the real estate market, they're going to look specifically at websites that are in the real estate niche and look for backlinks from real estate related websites to your website. That's all a contextual backlink is. So you want to go out and find blogs and the sections of the newspaper that have to do with real estate, local associations that have a section for real estate. Anywhere where you can build a link from an authority site on finance or real estate, you want to have a link. Now, it's important for you to know, through our research, we have seen that backlinks from the mortgage community are helpful in real estate, and backlinks from real estate are helpful for mortgages. So if you have a professional that you're partnered with, make sure that you're linking your websites together. You have a little section on your website that says, you know, here's the people that I recommend their, you know, products or services. And everybody, you know, do your own compliance work on what you need to do in order to make that happen. But when you link out to them and they link back to you, Google sees, okay, here's two local experts that are contextually similar, linking back and forth to each other. This is a good link, and we're going to, again, give you a bump for that. So that's contextual backlinks. And the third is authority. This is your Google My Business page, your Yahoo and MSN pages, your Yelp profile, your Trulia profile. You need to make sure that you're ranked on all of those services, or excuse me, that you're listed on all of those services, because that will help your rank. And the Google My Business page, in my opinion, is the most important of them all, because that is how you show up on that map ranking at the very top. You can't show up in that 3-pack with the map without a Google My Business page. That's what is actually showing up there with those ratings and reviews. Now, you need all three every month. And all you do to keep yourself motivated for this is look at that worksheet. You just look at your page authority, your domain authority, your backlinks and citations, and what your competitor has, and every month, it's like a race. It's like a marathon, right? They're already out there running on the track. Every month, you got to get out on that track and build more links than they do so that you can eventually catch them, surpass them, and when you do, you see your ranking hit the front page, right? Now, here's the final step in our game plan for today: online reviews. Online reviews are crucial. There's no way around it in today's economy. You have to have online reviews for your business. If you haven't taken this as a core part of your business building, today is the day that you change and you start getting online reviews for your business, right? It's very important because in the early years of websites, reviews were not verifiable. Anybody could leave a review on any website, and websites could post fake reviews, and there wasn't really anything anybody did about it. So online reviews were just across the board not trusted by people that read them. You know, we've all seen a review for Frank F. you know, at the bottom of some website. You go, really? That looks like a stock picture, and I'm pretty sure that Frank F. is not a real person. Well, that was a really big problem for the giants in the internet world, because if online reviews aren't trusted, that is one of the core social proof levers that online businesses have to actually trigger a purchase, right? And it works the same for us. So Amazon and all the giants said, okay, we need online reviews to be trusted, so we are going to make life miserable for anybody that uses fake testimonials. So Amazon started suing people, and they got like very serious. So if you were a Fiverr contractor and you offered fake reviews for a profile, that was risky. Still is insanely risky to be out there engaging in anything like that. I highly recommend that you only get real reviews from real customers. So they cracked down, sued a whole bunch of businesses. The FTC went out and started getting involved. This, you know, from the FTC website, firm to pay FTC $250,000 to settle charges that used misleading online consumer and independent reviews. And that changed the industry. They went out and made it so that businesses could not post phony online reviews on the profiles, or at least make it very difficult, which is great, because in today's market here, if you think about your own behavior, look at the way that we purchase things online. If you go on Amazon, it's the ratings and reviews that drive business. So this is I'm a new father. My son is just about to turn 2, and our daughter is actually 2 months old today, which is sweet. So anyways, I was online. And
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, thank you. So I want to teach my son about computers and not just like, hey, this is an iPad, it has apps on it. I want him to understand, you know, it's got circuit boards, here's how a circuit board works, and learn the programming like I did when I was a kid, right? So I go online to buy him what's called an Arduino kit, which helps kids understand what a computer is and how to put them together so that he understands how it works. Well, how I purchased that kit was by the #1 reviewed seller on Amazon. If you go away on a trip, you use TripAdvisor and you look at the reviews to book, you know, expensive travel all around the world. Reviews make that happen. Same thing with Trulia. If you know, it's very difficult to have somebody want to do business with you when they see a competitor of yours with online ratings and reviews, and if you don't have any, right? Then Google. I mean, come on. They're featuring ratings and reviews from people on the front page of Google, using that to drive business. And in today's world, people have to use their real profiles to leave online reviews so that they are trustworthy. And online reviews are now crucial to getting customers from the front page, and they're believed. This is a study from Bright Local showing 84% of average consumers trust online ratings and reviews as much as a personal recommendation, which is pretty wicked. So here is kind of the summarization before I take you through another quick little workshop here. I want you to be a top-ranked and top-rated real estate professional, because it is the way to tap into quality deals right now. I know there's a lot of different online sources that you can get leads from, but if you just focus on those high-quality buyer key phrases that are happening on Google and become the top-rated person that is ranked on those, that is a solid plan for an excellent return on your investment. So now, to help you become the top-ranked, just do a simple brainstorming exercise. You don't need the fancy PDF. Put a line down the center of a piece of paper. On the left-hand side, you want to write down all your past customers. These are people that are raving fans of yours that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt they're going to leave you a great review online. On the right-hand side, industry professionals. So these are friends of yours that you have in the industry, whether they're your loan partner, whoever invited you to this webinar fits in that category, right? You want the title companies to leave you online ratings and reviews on your profile, so that when people see you online and they start reading your reviews, not only are they seeing happy customers, but they're seeing people from the industry that are backing you with their professional recommendations. So they see you as an expert not only in customer service, but also within the industry as well. And then all you do is email those people. There's a template for you that I've included here in the slide presentation, which works really well for people that use it and for our clients and customers internally when we send it out for them. So you can just swipe that from the slide deck and just make sure that you put the links to your actual profiles in there so that you can get those ratings and reviews. So that's your plan for more commission. And we are all done. Now, if you would like for my team to analyze your website, analyze your online presence, we'll actually determine who your top 3 competitors are in the marketplace, give you the report. It's anywhere from 12 pages to 14 pages, depending on how much work your website may potentially need. And it comes with a checklist for all the things that you need to fix so that you can either send that to your web development company or you can work on it on your own. And that comes with a free 30-minute analysis, essentially, from one of my ranking professionals that will actually get on the phone and show you, in real time what the technical stuff means, so that you're not just given this technical report to go, oh, well, I don't understand any of this. We'll actually walk you through the whole thing and take you through that exercise to help you get more ratings, reviews, and testimonials. It's a really valuable call, and again, it's free. We're giving those away. Now, obviously, I have a product to sell on the back end of that. So we have a ranking and review process where we'll get you ranked and we'll help you become the top-rated professional. And but I want to provide value to you up front. And it's very low-key. There's no high-pressure sales or whatever it is. It's just at the end of the call, hey, do you want us to fix this stuff for you and get you ranked? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. If it's no, great, no problem. Hope you enjoy the report. Best of luck. And if you are, we can talk about pricing and whether your marketplace is available or not. So, but you get the free 30-minute analysis in the report either way. Go to connectionincorporated.com/analysis. That's www.connectionincorporated.com /analysis to claim that. This is exactly what the website looks like. It'll say claim your free website analysis and ranking consultation at the top, and there's a green button over on the right-hand side that says click here. You're going to click that button, fill out your name, email, phone number, and your website, then click submit. It will then take you to a time trade page where you will be able to pick a time that works for you within your calendar, and that will automatically confirm our ranking specialist to meet with you at that time, and you'll get confirmation emails as to the time and date. You'll get your report roughly 5 to 10 minutes before the actual call so that you can open it up, have it on your screen, and be ready for that call. So with that, go to connectionincorporated.com/analysis to claim that. Really looking forward to helping everybody out that claims that. There's no limited availability. I wanted to open it up to everybody on the call, but there is limited availability because we only work with 2 professionals per marketplace on the actual service side of things. So that's kind of the only thing there, Scotty, because I know that you mentioned exclusivity on that. So,
so here's a couple of great questions, dude. Amazing. Like what I guess what I got out of this, Chris, is like you got to be up on this stuff, and if you can't do it personally, you need to hire this stuff out. If you look, I mean, because for me and all the people that I've interviewed and all the high-end people that are using branding to generate lead source, and because the millennials, they go, all right, who am I gonna use? And they Google local real estate agent. Boom, whoever comes up first or second, they check the reviews, they check the people talking about them. That's who they choose. It's not even, well, I want to interview them. They just like, that's who I'm using, they're done. They make a decision by what they find online is what I'm hearing, is what I'm getting more of. And so what you just shared is so important when it comes to the millennials. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, millennials are 70% of the workforce, which is insane. That's a lot. So those are people buying homes like big time right now. A couple questions coming in that I think are great. One is Suzanne says, Chris, you're awesome. Just that alone of specializing in page on my website is worth attending this webinar. So congratulations on that. Here's a great question. Does it make a difference if I have a .com or a .info or .whatever? Does that make a difference?
So if you look at, you know, there's 400 factors, and that's not a real number, but let's just say there's probably more than that. That's 1 out of 400. So it's a very, very small part. The only time that we do see an advantage to that is when you're using a local hosting company and you use, you know, in the United States, you should be using a .com and using some form of local hosting provider around that.
Because that has to do with your SEO, correct? When the people pull you up locally.
That's right.
Video content. Does video content help ranking?
So the answer to that is yes. So we've seen a definite correlation. So when you create that content, don't just put it on YouTube. Take the YouTube video that you upload, take the embed code, and put the embed code on the specific page of your site that you're looking to rank for that key phrase. The title of the YouTube video is the main keyword. The description of the YouTube video should be written just like the article on the website. It should include your main keyword 3 to 4 times, and then that video itself gets embedded on the actual content that you're looking to rank. The content itself will rank much faster than the actual video.
All right, great answer. Okay, so next one is how important it is to have Zillow reviews on your website in regards to Google ranking. Should one just focus on having Google reviews?
So that is a great question. So the way to look at that is think of them as so if you look at like the real world networking thing and you've got 2 networking parties to attend, think of Google as one networking party and, you know, Trulia Zillow is the other networking party. You're going to talk to 2 totally different sets of people at each party. The Google party is bigger than the Trulia Zillow party, but you will generate business from networking at both. So Google reviews for your Google traffic, Trulia and Zillow reviews to get people from that specific website, and the link from, you know, having a reputation on Zillow or Trulia will give you a very little bump to move you up the rankings on Google. But when you look at the ratings and reviews actually generating phone calls, you're using those to advertise to 2 totally different sets of people. Did that make sense? Oh, Scotty, are you still there?
So do you recommend WordPress or a website platform? Which one do you recommend, or both?
So that's a difficult question for me to answer. I will default to say that I recommend WordPress because it is easier for the end user to get the plugins that they need to optimize the website. With that being said, from just a pure ranking perspective, with me as the CEO of an agency, it doesn't matter to us whether a website is on WordPress or we're working with a third-party provider. As long as we get the foundation built properly, we can rank either one the same. But WordPress wins on userability.
All right, there you go. Let's see. All right. Are mobile search results and paid ads shown the same as desktop version? Great question.
So that is a great question, and the answer is that they are different. So inside Google AdWords, you have a section of your account where you can show just advertisements on mobile devices. And your bidding strategy can be completely different. The landing pages that you're taking people to be completely different. So normally what you'll see if you're dealing in a marketplace that has any type of advancement with marketing or people using agencies to run their pay-per-click ads, they'll have two separate campaigns, one that runs for the desktop and one that runs for the mobile. So normally you will see different advertisements on the mobile than you will on desktop computers. And there will be more on the desktop because desktop converts higher.
Okay. Keith asked, how would you proceed with working with you if you're new to the real estate industry and do not currently have testimonials and customer reviews? I would just do a connection. Again, I would go to that website and get an analysis, right?
Yep, that's it. Yep, connectionincorporated.com/analysis. Everybody starts somewhere. So, we have a officer that's less than a year in the business on the front page, getting calls, doing business. So.
Lizette, thanks for being here. She says, I have a website through my company. Is it necessary to have my own website? So she has a company with her company, or a website with her company. Should she have her own?
So great question. And the answer is, again, you can work within the template that whatever provider gives you. So normally what we do, if we accept a client into the program, we will do all of the correspondence with corporate to get the technical department to make the changes on the site. Sometimes they'll do one-off changes for us. Sometimes they say, hey, it's a template, there's nothing we can do with it. So we optimize outside of that. You don't have to go through the effort of a new domain and a new website and all of that. Normally, 99% of the time, we're able to optimize within whatever system it is that you're using.
Got it. All right. Let's see. Last question here, and then we'll let Chris go. Should I have multiple domain names like area name realtor pointing to my main site? What he's saying is, if I have 10 domain names and I have them all pointed to one website, is that going to help me, or what would you say to that?
So in today's search market, that is a moot point. Certainly that was a search strategy 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer, that was very potent. Each keyword that you wanted to rank for, you would register the domain, point it to the main one. It doesn't work that way anymore because, again, Google is so advanced that it's so focused on content and quality and actual true engagement with people that a lot of that older style SEO just isn't, it won't move you in the rankings anymore. And technically may penalize you. So.
Got it. And Chris, if you don't mind, one more. Sal's question is it better to have 5 lead capture pages or 1 website? Great question.
So that is an excellent question. So Sal, what you want is an organic strategy and a paid strategy. Your organic strategy is all about the best user experience on your website, content, and ranking on those high-value key phrases organically that show the three-pack where you can highlight your ratings and reviews and just get phone calls from the front page of Google. Your paid strategy is about key phrases that that you may want to get, but you don't have, you can't rank for them right away. So you can focus on 5, maybe 10 keywords maximum for an organic strategy all at one time. Where with a paid strategy, you can put 100 key phrases in and go national if you really want. That paid strategy, when somebody clicks on one of your paid links, they go to a landing page specific to the keyword that they've put in and the advertisement that they've responded to. So your landing pages are used in your paid campaign. Your core website is used in your SEO campaign. It is my recommendation that you have those individual landing pages on the main domain, but they're not linked within the actual navigation of your website. And what I mean by that is somebody can't go to www.yourdomain.com and across the top see, landing page number 1, landing page number 2, landing page number 3. Make it so that only the paid traffic can get to those landing pages. From a structure standpoint, we see that get us the best quality score.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Sal says thank you. I look forward to discussing with you further. So somebody's going to hit your website and talk to you or one of your guys there. So, Chris, I can't thank you enough for being here. Awesome content, amazing as always what you do, and I thought it was very well delivered, and it was taken very well from everybody here. So I appreciate it sincerely, and man, just off the hook, amazing. And the changes, thanks for staying up on all these changes, man. It's just it's overwhelming because it's not what we do, and I know you love it. So I appreciate you more than you know, man.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Scotty. It's always good to spend time, and yeah, hopefully we can get together soon. And I want to thank everybody for your time here today. And thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Chris, and congratulations on your new baby there and your whole family, and hope to see you in Florida this winter, man.
Absolutely, we'll see you there.
All right, buddy, take care. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you same time, same place next week on Agent Mastermind. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.